Enjoy this Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Joyful Finding Show with your host, Melissa Parks.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Every time that we kind of start the show, the energy kind of kicks in and kind of messes with the electronics on my producer's end and maybe even on my end. Who knows? They're so excited to be here that I'm here, allowing this energy to flow out to me, to all of you, because this has been their wish for me to do for so long. And I'm finally standing in my power and doing that. So, oh, my God. So that's so awesome. So you'll have to mind the first beginning of the show probably almost every time because, like I said, the angels, the energy, my higher self, God, everyone's so excited that we're coming together and sharing this energy together and starting to really create this new earth. We're starting to change so much. It's been a spectacular week for me. I've done so much growing and so much learning, and I hope you're going through the same thing. I hope you're learning a lot. You're releasing what no longer serves you, and you're really starting to stand in what your true power is. And I've had lots of conversations about that this week, about standing in our power and what that means. It takes back all the programming that maybe you've learned when you were younger or, learned from your grandparents and parents, and it doesn't resonate with you now. It's okay for you to change. It's okay for you to do things that make you feel like you're standing in your true, authentic self. And being authentic is being your true self, whatever that really means to you. So honor that. Allow yourself to be your true self. It's an amazing thing. I've seen lots of breakthroughs. I've seen lots of people putting pieces of the puzzle together where it totally makes sense to them now. They have more clarity because they're connecting the dots. So if you still have to connect dots in your life to figure out what's going on, look backwards a little bit. Don't go backwards. Don't hang out there, but look at what's going on and try to see the different patterns that are happening in your life and which ones are bringing you joy and which ones are not bringing you joy, and really start standing in that joy, love, power that you have within you to really create the most abundant life you've ever imagined. I'm putting all the magic out there today, people. So it's like you guys are the creators. You're the infinite creators of your own lives, and it's really time for you to start creating what brings you joy. So all this vibration that's coming out to you today is helping you to change your lives, to understand what's going on around you, to understand yourselves better. It's just an amazing time to be alive. Yes, there's some people that are going through some hard stuff, but they chose to go through this. What is the lessons? What is the pattern in that? How can you change it? Oh, my God, our energy, our thoughts are so powerful. So start really just standing in your own power and allowing yourself to really change for what's going to be really good for you. It's been a great week for me. Like I said, I've been doing lots of learning, and I do lots of my learning actually sometimes through my clients, not just what's going on in my own life, but what they have going on in their life. Oh, it gives me another perspective to look at things that I personally may have looked at differently. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of an awakening of some sort. I didn't really view it in that sense, or I didn't look beyond the original picture. So I'm getting that everyone has to start discerning what energy is out there, what it really feels like to you, what you really feel to be your truth, what is a bunch of BS, and really start standing in more of that love vibration and allowing yourself to start these beautiful changes and start our own programming of love, 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 love. And with that, I will take my first caller, who is calling in from area code 480.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hey. I'm sorry, I'm still waking up. I was wondering, do you see me getting a job soon?
Can I just have your first name?
My name is Keisha, and I'm Aquarius.
Okay. So, let's see, Keisha, are you going to get a job soon? So I get that, yes, you are going to get a job soon, but are you looking outside your area? Because I feel like you're not going far enough. I feel like you're keeping yourself very small, and they want you to stretch out a little bit. Also, are you really searching for the job that you truly desire? Because I feel like that's kind of a holdup too. a job as a job is okay, but they really want you to go after what's going to make you really happy right now. And they show me great joy coming from this new job that's coming. And I really feel like it's going to be very soon. And you have to almost believe that it's coming to you, because I feel like it's dangling right in front of you, and you haven't seen it yet. It's like you haven't seen it yet.
Really? Yeah, well, I just started. I'm kind of like you've been saying, staying in this area. But I am starting. I did start to go other places, in the vicinity, outside of this, the local area at least. So we'll see what comes up with that. Yeah.
Okay, great. So it's about searching out a little further. It's about you putting out to the really job that you really want. So even for you and everyone that's listening, write down a list. What would be the perfect job for you? What would make you most content to say, woo, I'm getting up and I'm going to work today, so you have joy when you go, and it's not just a paycheck. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to find joy in everything, and your guides are like, really, you need to find joy in what you do next, so really put it out there for what it is that you would really like to have.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day, Keisha, and good luck on that job hunt. It's coming soon, honey.
All right, bye.
Oh, bye. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that for a minute. So, finding joy in our job is one of the most important things that we need to do, because it supplies us with the income that we need to put the roofs over our heads, to, pay our bills, buy our food, whatever it is that we need to do. And that's something that we have to do because that's what we do on earth. So it's like, at least make sure that you're going in and you're doing something that you enjoy and that you get paid well for. Don't forget to put that on your list too, that you get paid well for what you do, because you are worthy. I noticed we're all starting to get paid a little bit more in this world, so that's a step up in the right direction. So it's like, put it out there. What is it you really, really want? And the universe, God, is really, really listening to us now, and we are able to break out of that and start creating what it is that we really want. And let me tell you, as I'm talking about this right now, they're making me very hot. I'm starting to get very sweaty. So they want you to feel that energy. They want you to feel that vibration to help you change your lives in such better ways that you feel were not possible, but everything is possible, and they just want you to know that. And I'm having so much fun connecting in with this energy. And I could feel all of you out there that are listening right now. Whether you're listening now or later, I am tapped in. I feel like I'm this a recharger thing that's going out and giving all this energy out there, and nothing gets taken from me when I use my energy. I'm still human. I allow the energy to flow through me. I'm just an open conduit, so nothing gets drained from me. And if you are doing spiritual work and things are getting drained from you, you might want to look at what you're doing and make sure that you're not doing something wrong, or you could change something so that you're not losing your energy, because I run into that every once in a while. I feel like that's important for you people out there. So it's about stepping in your power and start really doing the things you enjoy. How exciting is that? Very. So I will take my next caller, who is at area code 412.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good. Do I just ask a question? Is that how I do this?
Sure.
With you?
Can I have your name first? Sometimes it helps to tap into your energy.
Jessica.
All right. Hi, Jessica. What's your question today?
I have a hearing coming up in 3 weeks, and I just wanted to know if I'm on the right track preparing for it, and will it resolve to the way that I asked, to my favor?
Well, as you were telling me that whole scenario, I got that you're going in there, you're telling the truth, everything. I got that you've been doing the work to get everything to be done right, and that it will come out into your favor. You may not get everything that you ask for, but you're going to get 90% of what you're asking for in this court hearing.
Is there anything that I'm not doing that I should be doing?
No, they're saying no. You're doing everything right, but you need to. It's almost like when you wake up that morning, they're like, I believe that I'm going in there, and I believe that I'm winning my case, and I believe that I'm walking out happy, and I believe that I'm getting to start my future again, because they're showing me like this is an end to a new beginning. So this is very good for you. So, but they want you to really believe it from the inside out, have it like sparkle inside your body. You know what I mean? So know that you're coming out ahead. That's what they're saying. You're coming out ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Jessica, and good luck with that.
Well, can I ask one more question about that?
Sure.
I'm also asking the woman who's making all the decisions to be removed from the situation because she's just not playing fair, is just say the nice way to say it. Do you see her walking away from my situation?
Wow. Her energy is a troublemaker. I get that. Yeah, I got it. As soon as you said it, I could feel it. So it's like we're pushing her out of the situation because really she's making things more difficult. So whoever you need to talk to have her removed, just tell the truth about it and it will happen for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Thank you. You too, Jessica. Awesome. So everything's going on in the world. I hope everything's going well in your world and that you're making great choices for yourself. You know, I'm going to talk about some more things that just have been randomly popping up in front of me or, I'm shining. Thank you. So everybody keep on shining. The shining is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be shining from the inside out. I call it from our heart center, okay? So if you can imagine from the center of your chest is where your soul essence really starts to reside within this human body. Let it radiate out. Let yourself be like a shiny diamond, like the sunshine. Let that energy to really just flow out of you. And I can feel that as I'm saying it. So I'm hoping that you guys can feel that as well. And if not, allow yourself to feel the energy more. Allow yourself to start trusting yourself more. Ooh, that came up this week too. Even with us light workers, self-doubt popped up again last week. I think I touched on that a tad. But really, don't doubt yourself. Tap into the energy. What does it really feel like for you? Does it feel good? Does it really resonate with you? Or does it make you feel uncomfortable? The uncomfortableness is the parts that we need to change. We do not need to feel uncomfortable. It's just like all these emotions that we go through, things that trigger us through these emotions, whether it be sadness, be through anger, through whatever we might be going through. These are learning lessons for us. What can we learn out of this? What can we change to not be in that situation again? Some of them are not all our choices, but we do have some choices that we have to make so that we can make better lives for ourselves. And I feel so many people are waking up right now and they're starting to really realize what's going on in this world. They're starting to recognize the real truth. And I tell you, we're not told the whole truth by our media or our governments or anything like that. And all this information is really starting to come out. It's starting to pop up in front of me, which is so funny because anything that you need to be brought to your attention will just show up in front of you. So whether it's numbers, a news story, a sign, a cloud, the bird, patterns that you're starting to see, I want everyone to open up and start recognizing these things. Don't walk around with your tunnel vision anymore or your blinders on. There's so much more going on around you, and we just want you all to be aware so that everyone can start making beautiful shifts with each other, because I see it as coming out very, very well. There's some crappy things that are happening, and they need to come up, just like our earth is purging what she doesn't need anymore. We are purging in our own personal lives what we don't need anymore, so we can all be regenerated into something so much better. And coming from a place of love, coming from a place of compassion, coming from a place of empathy, there's so much out there that doesn't teach us that, okay? And maybe sometimes it's even in our own families we're not taught that. I still run into people now that don't know how to be affectionate or feel weird if you tried to hug them, because you're getting into their personal space. So make sure you have boundaries with everyone and make people aware of how you feel about things. And that's another thing about talking about our truth, too. I just did this lovely message gallery with 2 young ladies the other day, which we'll have another one, I think, in June. I'll tell you guys on that later on. But it's like when we were together and we were working together and helping all these people, and we started talking about all the same things and being on the same path and how to help people open up, because it's amazing how many people are starting to awaken but don't recognize what's going on around them. So pay attention to the signs. What does that number mean to you? Look at the spiritual meaning of everything that you run into if you need to for that understanding. And there's so many people out there that are giving the same messages. Those are the ones that feel like they should resonate with you. And that's one of the things that really impressed me about the message gallery on Sunday. Anything that I was saying, they were saying, but they were saying it in a different way so that people would understand it. So the same message is going out across the land. I even noticed that, when I listened to another couple shows here that have been on, I haven't been able to listen to all of them on Goldilocks Productions, but the ones I have been able to catch, we're all saying the same message in a different way so that we can help people to expand, to ascend out of this 3D stuff that we so absorb into us when we're so much more than that. It doesn't have to hold us as a prisoner. We are free to move freely about this earth, and sometimes it doesn't feel like that. So we're making decisions and choices in our lives so that we can start to do things better for ourselves and really start to open up and to expand in such beautiful ways. And it's like I spent a lot of time with some friends talking on the phone too, and how they are like making different changes and how they're starting to really notice different things happening in their lives, or still really starting to notice the patterns in their life and where they came from originally, So it's way cool, all these things that are starting to take place. There's all this energy that's flowing down through here still because I'm still sweating and the energy is still flowing. So you guys, use up what you need, take what you need, help change your lives. It's just an amazing time to be alive. And seriously, the energy when it comes through like this is vibrating through me with such love vibration, such high energy, and it can mess with technology. Even yesterday when I was talking on the phone with a client, my phone kept, actually when I get to a really important part, like really, really hit head on, the phone would get all staticky, and then they go, oh, they don't want you to hear that yet, and so then I would try to say it again. So sometimes things have to be repeated, you know what I mean? So be open your heart, allow yourself to expand, allow yourself to stand in your love and your vibration. And don't be afraid to call in and ask questions. Even if you're on the line and you're just in listen mode or whatever, feel free to ask the question because I feel like there's a lot of questions there, and I might be answering your question without you even answering the question or asking the question, which is always fun. So just be open, be aware of what's going on around you. They're really they're harping on that today. I don't mean to sound like that, but they really want you to really notice what's going on around you. What are those patterns that you've been stuck in, you might be stuck in, or used to be stuck in? Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's a job pattern. Maybe it's a housing pattern. Maybe it's, friendship patterns, or, maybe it's your own pattern that you're going through. They just want you to really start recognizing what's going on around you and start changing so you can have a better life, because that's where we're all headed. We're all headed for a better life, whether you know it or not. Which is a lot of fun. And my guides are being kind of funny, too, because they're showing me images, but I can't show you images, so I have to, they want you to, take a little break, too. They want to make sure that you're getting enough rest, because they just showed me this white puffy cloud and, someone laying on it and just being, floating around. But they also want you to observe from the upside, from up above. If you were to look at your situations from above, what would they look like? Do you like how you're acting? Do you not like how you're acting? Would you like to change that? Because even sometimes we get in patterns, I'll use a pattern. My parents used to yell a lot when I was a kid, right? Everything was about yelling. And I know a lot of people at my age, probably all their parents yelled, and, and if you're crying, I'll give you something to cry about or whatever. I broke that pattern. I didn't bring that pattern into either one of my children's lives. So, I broke patterns of yelling. Okay, so what kind of patterns can you break that you have going on in your life? It's an amazing thing when we do that and our lives really start to shift and we start to get into these better rhythms of life and waking up every day feeling better. And if you're feeling depressed or sad, take a look at your life. What is doing that to you? I mean, maybe it's just the way that you're thinking. Oh, and that's another thing they want me to touch into. Fear. Fear is a big one. Fear is what we hold in our head, okay? So whatever you're fearing, walk right through it. You have more power than that fear can ever hold on to you for. And you know how I know this is true? Because I've walked through it. I'm still walking through it. I'm like, all right, a bit of fear shows up, and I'll just like, all right, I'm walking right through it. It's not, don't let anything hold you back anymore. You're so much stronger, and we let fear hold us back because fear was also something that we had taught to us. It was learned, it was programmed, whatever word you want to use. So it's like, how do we break that? Well, we have to believe that we fear nothing, right? Even though, yeah, we might still be a little afraid of spiders, but that may go back somewhere why we're afraid of spiders, So it's like, let go of the fear, shoo the spider out the front door. Go, okay, well, let's have a little conversation, and you just go that way, okay? And the spider will listen if you tap in long enough, and have enough patience rather than just freak out and, ask them nicely to leave your house and build the nest outside instead of inside or whatever. But we have to get over whatever we fear, whether it's lack of money, lack of love, we don't love ourselves enough, because we fear something about us, or maybe we know something about us that we don't like, okay? Because none of us are perfect. We've all done things wrong, and that goes for every person that's alive on this earth. No one is perfect. I'm sorry, I hate to break the news to you. Whoever thinks they are not. There is still so much learning, so much expansion that we have to go through. So allow yourself to release whatever fear it is. Give it to God. Write it on a note. Burn it if you want to. Whatever is going to work for you. It's time to let go of all fears. Anything that was instilled in you in a fear-based manner needs to be released. Needs to be released because it needs to be filled with love, love, love. Well, I hope you're all getting that information because, they're talking right through me. You can tell when I start to channel because they don't let me breathe. They don't let me talk, but it's all good. We have a loving understanding about all this because it's very important that all this information get out to you. It's important that it's in my vibration, whether you get it now or get it later. It doesn't matter. I just know that this is important because that's what they tell me, and I believe them. I believe that, and it took me a long time to believe them. Okay, it took me a long time to believe that because when I was growing up, my parents told me there's no way that I can know what I know. Okay, and I believed that. I believed that for 20-something years. And then when I started to get my abilities back or started using my abilities again, I had to learn to trust myself again. And when I started to trust myself, my intuition got stronger, and my connection became stronger and stronger and stronger. And that can happen for each and every one of you. So open up, expand, and allow your abilities to come on through. With all of that, I will take my next caller at area code 613. All right. Are you there? Anybody? Oh, 631, sorry. I'm a little dyslexic sometimes. I wrote it down that way. 631. All right. Well, let me know if you get them. No worries. A lot's going on. So if you are feeling some of that fear or whatever, just release it. Allow it to be gone. Allow yourself to walk through it. Stop thinking things are so hard. All right, area code 631, you are unmuted if you'd like to speak to me. Okay, well, just pop on if you're ready. No worries. I can keep talking. I'm good at this stuff. They love that this information is getting out to you, that this energy is getting out to you. I could just sit here and, the vibration would just go out to you, but then you'd have nothing to listen to, which would be kind of funny. So they want me to talk about experiences, and it's about us standing in our truth and owning what we've done to be our authentic self, Like, I've not always been a good person. I'm probably not going to bring up all my stories today, but I haven't always been the nicest person. I've fudged things. I've done things wrong. I've, haven't been the most, whatever, but I've learned my lesson from those things, and I would never go back and do any of those things again. I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive others in those circumstances, and I'm still going through them. I still have a little bit of life review going on and going, oh, yeah, that happened too. I probably need to forgive that too. Whether it's from when I was 10 or from when I was 33, it doesn't matter. It's about forgiveness. It's about releasing yourself. It's about releasing that fear. It's about standing in your power. And I know I say that a lot, and I don't know what everyone thinks that means when I say stand in your power, but it's like owning everything of your power and not giving it out, you know, not having all these little ties or tethers coming off you, giving out your energy to someone else where they're taking it all from you and you're getting nothing in return. Excuse me. And it's about releasing that too. So if you notice you have people in your life that are energy suckers or just keep coming to you for more energy and you don't get anything, and these are people that you don't really need in your life, or you have to learn to set boundaries. Boundaries are important too. Everybody needs boundaries, right? So I'm like, what I do for my boundaries is I've had to learn these over time, you know, so it's not like it just happens overnight. It could happen a lot faster for you because a lot of us before you had a lot more learning, and now that we've learned, we can teach you the easy way to do it, so that's always nice. But it's like, how do we let go of that? How do we let go of whatever fear that might be in our way or anything else that might be hindering us from moving forward, or these ties, you know, because sometimes we have fear attached to these ties. Maybe it's somebody we love, but we don't want to disconnect because we feel like we're disconnecting that love. The love is never disconnected. It's just stopping the energy from flowing out of you without your permission and allowing you to regain your space again and find out who you really are. You know, so I feel like a lot of people are diving really deep within right now and really finding out who they are. And, you know, that's me included. I mean, we are all trying to find out exactly what's going on within us and making more sense of what's going out in this world that we're living in. Our spiritual self is trying to wake us up enough, and that's where the signs come in. Our spiritual self, our guides, our angels, whatever we're talking about in our head, the messages are going to come to us, whether it's a song that pops on the radio, that cloud all of a sudden, or that bumper sticker, or, you know, the number shows up on the people's license plate. The answers that we're asking for are in front of us. They are inside of us. We just have to trust that we know this. And that's why they're wanting you to be really aware. It's almost like I see them taking everybody's sunglasses off so you guys all can see very clearly. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. I haven't seen that yet. So that's a really good sign that all these sunglasses are being removed so that you can see clearly. You have clarity, because I know clarity is one of the things that everyone's looking for. Aren't we all looking for clarity? We want to understand what's going on. We want to know what's going on with us. We want to know what's going on with our society or wherever we live, you know. So it's like, I don't even know where to go from here because it's so much fun. I mean, they're just so excited that all this stuff is taking place. And it's really happening like all at once. I feel like everything's happening really fast right now. So either your life is moving really fast, or the things around you are happening really fast, or even you're manifesting really fast. So if you're on the right track and you're really in that, you know, that groove of, woo, I believe in myself, I got this going on, you have your unfavoring faith in what you want, and you're moving forward towards all your dreams and aspirations of what you would like to do in this lifetime. And I feel like a lot of you are starting to really connect in with what your purpose might be too. And your purpose is sometimes multi-layered. We don't always understand that. And energy is also multi-layered too. So we don't always understand why our energy is in a certain place at a certain time all the time. But I always know, like, if we end up in some place, say you're driving down the road and then all of a sudden you get sidetracked and you need to get, you know, there's traffic, and you're like, all right, I'm going to cut through this neighborhood over here, and then it'll take me out over there, right where I need to be. And then your energy had to go through that neighborhood to connect with maybe someone that was walking, or somebody's house that was there. There was a connection of energy that had to be made there, and we just thought it was us driving. You know, oh, we're just going to beat traffic or whatever. But no, I mean, even when they have me go to the grocery store now, I used to be able to go down the grocery store and start at one end and be able to zigzag all the way down, get my groceries, and check out. Well, let me tell you, I probably have to walk back and forth in that store probably 5 times now because I have to cross somebody else's path. And sometimes I recognize who they are because I'll see them the 5 times, or if I'm paying attention. Sometimes I'm not paying attention. I just do it. And then other times I just know that I was like, all right, I had to zigzag through because I needed to do something within that store, because energetically we're all connected and we're all doing stuff, okay? It's not just what we physically do, it's what we energetically do too. So with that, how much fun are we having now? I mean, really, you guys are so powerful and so expansive in your energy. You have no ideas yet. I don't even have an idea yet. We are still learning it. I mean, we still have a little fear attached to that probably too, but it's about us standing in that and really owning that and being our authentic self, which is so important. Because then we love ourselves and everyone else. You know, if people are still judging you, that's their issues. That's something they see in you they don't like. It usually has something to do with something they don't like in themselves. So don't even worry about what other people say about you anymore. Just as long as you're happy. You know, I tend to be the one that's the odd one out all the time. I never fit into fads or trends or anything like that. I always say like, no, I'm not feeling that. So feel what feels good to you. You know what I'm saying? So allow yourself to just find more joy, find more love in what you'd like to do. You know, and it brings me up to a lot of different other things that are going on in the world. And I would love if you guys would actually call in and ask me some questions today. I'd love to talk to all you people. I feel like there's a few more hanging out there that are either not ready to ask the question, but now would be the great time so that you can open yourself up for what the new doors are bringing you. Because it felt like we went through a new door when we had the Scorpio full moon the other day. It was like so bright, and it was, you know, it's like swinging open these new doors, and it's so bright on the other side, and we're starting to create more of that. And trust me, there was a lot of emotions to go along with that too, because a lot had to be cleared. So I hope you all cleared that. And let's see what else we got going on. So there's a lot of clearing. Oh, I should tell you guys how to get a hold of me. I almost forgot that. I get so into talking to you guys. I just need to remind you guys, you can find my website at IamMelissaParks.com. You can find my phone number there and contact info. You can reach me at 941-266-9250 if you want to. I'm also on Facebook. I have a page on there, Melissa Parks Psychic, if you want to find me there, especially if you're local and you want to come to any of the events that we have here. I schedule them all through there, so they're viewable. I don't update my website as often, but I am getting better since I have radio shows now. I have to add to a page I added, so I am there more often to update that. But I am always here to help you energetically, to help you get into a better mood. It's like I had a friend call me today, and she's like, "You're a mood booster," you know what I mean? And so if you're in a bad mood and you just need to be lifted up, contact me. I can help with that too, even if you don't want to ask questions. But it's about us being in that joy and finding that. And I feel like, you know, I am like of a vibration that just loves to help other people because I find great joy in everything that I do, helping all of you. You know, it's like so amazing. It's so amazing how much fun I have doing this, how much fun I have when I'm up doing a message gallery or I'm, you know, sitting with a client and they get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have the clients that look at you like, what are you talking about? But they get it later. I love that. They're like, oh, I finally understood that because they weren't ready to understand that yet. So also, I want to bring this up again because it's always, you know, there's something going on in the world, but they really want you to resonate with whoever you get your readings from. What does it feel like? Do you trust that energy? Are you getting the same messages? That's one of the things that I love about, you know, tapping in a little bit outside of myself into other psychics. What are they saying? Is the message the same? Are we on the same path? You know what I mean? Because if someone's ever instilling fear in you, I would like you to not do that. We need to walk away from fear. Yeah, sometimes there's some scary things, but if they're instilling the fear themselves, don't allow that to happen because we're all working for God, we're all working for light, and we're all working in the light to make this a better place. We're trying to spread more love and light around this planet. So allow yourselves to do that more. Allow yourselves to do that more. All right. What else we got going on? There's so much going on in the world. I keep having all these birds show up while I'm sitting here in the cloud. They're floating by. You know, when I have to tell you that I will eventually be going to TV and video so that you guys can actually see me because I'm pretty animated about what I do. I'm just trying to line that all up. So just know that's coming in the future. I'm saying this now so I make myself accountable because sometimes I tend to procrastinate sometimes, and that's not always good. So if I put it out there, I have to make myself accountable. And so you guys will be having a show at some point where I am on video and you can see my animations because I don't sit still very much. Like I'm talking and my hands are moving, so it's quite funny. So it's a fun. So I'm planning a little bit for my future. See, I'm sharing a little bit of what I know what's going to be happening in my near future. So what do you see for yourselves in your near future? You know, this is another thing I have to share from the message gal the other day. One of the girls does tarot cards, and she uses those to do her messages. And one of the cards is blank. So at the end of the thing, you know, she was like, I'm going to pull up a card, you know, a universal card for everybody So this is the card that we walk away with. And it was the blank card. And the blank card is about us creating. We have the blank canvas. What do we want to create? Well, she put it back in the card. She shuffled again, and she pulled out that blank card again. And we're like, no way. How did you do that? She shuffled the card again, and then she pulled out the blank card a third time. And so then we're like, no way. We thought she was messing with us, right? So she shuffles the card again. That card comes flying out of the deck, ends up on the floor, face up, so we could all see that it's the blank card. Okay, so Spirit is really talking to us and telling us that it's time to start creating what it is we truly desire. So it's fun. Spirit is fun. Spirit talks to us in fun ways. Play with your, cards. Make sure you clear them of any negative energy, because if anyone else touches your cards, sometimes that stays behind. But clear your tools that you're using so that they give you the best and highest messages. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do here, is be our highest and best self. And that's our truly authentic self. And as we unpeel those layers or those masks that we've used, which also brings me up to another conversation that I had with one of my client friends, and I know she wouldn't mind me talking about this. So I was actually in one of her dreams just recently, maybe I don't even remember, but I was in one of her dreams, and she saw me as this pure light, but then she saw me as taking off all these different 9 hats. I had 9 different hats. So, and she saw me changing the hat for each person that I need. So I can be whoever I need to be for that person that I am, but I also feel like it's the people that I've been in the past. Like, I've worn these 9 hats before, okay? Like, I don't even know what the hats are. I know she said one of them was a witch hat, but we didn't get into what the other hats were. But I know they come from a spiritual space, and that's what I was feeling, because she saw me as my pure soul in the dream. And then as I change the hat, it changes the energy, but my energy really never changes, if that makes sense. So it's very interesting how intertwined our energy gets with even our clients, our friends. How many times do you guys end up in your friends' dreams, or do they end up in your dreams? That's pretty fun too, right? You guys play out a scenario somewhere in there. And how many times have you ever thought that this brings me back to my childhood? So I guess I'm supposed to go backwards for you guys today. It's about me today, people. No, it's about me, and it's about all of you. But it's about me going back and thinking right before my father had passed away. So I was roughly, 28, 29 years old. And I wasn't fully in the spiritual stuff, right? Okay, I was still not fully awakened. I still had my abilities. They still popped up occasionally, but it wasn't on full force. And we're driving along, and, we're driving like a 1979 truck or something. So we have big side view mirrors, right? And I'm kind of like off into that, and I'm gazing into that mirror, and I see myself as this Greek goddess-like person. That's the best way that I can describe it. I could see myself. I knew it was me. I could feel that energy. I felt like it was real. And then I was like, and then I snap out of it a little bit, and I look over at my father, and I go, are we living in a dream? Because I really felt like my life at that moment was more like a dream than it was real life. So it's kind of like deciphering what our energy really is. You know what I mean? Because I felt when I was gazing into that mirror, that was really me in that moment, and it felt like I was watching myself through that. You know what I mean? So for me, that means my highest aspects of myself, my highest self, is really watching who I am down here on earth and helping to guide me down the right path. Sometimes we think we're doing the right thing because our mind might say so, but it doesn't feel right. So just make sure the two jive together as you move forward from this point on, because you don't need to make your life harder if you don't have to. It's about us releasing and allowing for the highest and best for us and humanity, and that's really starting to really unfold. And we're supposed to be the calm in the chaos, too. All us light workers are supposed to be calm in the chaos. So find your calm. What's going to make you calm? That joy, that happiness. I want everybody to feel what I feel. Yeah, granted, I don't feel it 100% of the time. I'm still human, but I'm learning to be more of my spiritual self, and I'm still keeping that grounded in the earth. That's probably why I walk barefooted all the time. Even if you come in for a reading here at Wild Ginger, you'll find I'm barefooted right now. So I'm always barefooted. I only wear wear my shoes from the car inside a building because I feel like I need to ground this energy. It's very important that this energy be grounded, because if not, I feel like I get floaty and I kind of like float away a little bit and get lost out in the ethers a little bit, even though I'm always connected. But the grounding of the feet really helps me, because I really like to pull that energy down and through me and really make that solid connection. Boy, they are chatty today, aren't they? That is so awesome. All right, we have my next caller at 856.
Hi.
Hi, how can I help you today?
This is Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure, how can I help you today, Laura?
I was wondering if you see any big changes for me around career, making a move, anything like that.
All right, Laura, let me tap in for a second. All right, I see lots of a change coming for you, actually, and it's kind of like swirling energy right now. So you're getting ready to make some transitions. I feel like you're everything in your life is kind of making all these shifts to make everything in your divine plan, because I feel like there's a change. Do you want to change locations completely? Because I feel like you are, and I feel like it has to do with a job. So I feel like they're both connected at this point. And you're moving into a better location of something that's bringing you more joy, somewhere you've always wanted to be, is what it feels like.
Oh, wow. So I'm happy to hear that. I have 2 phone interviews scheduled on Friday. They're both contracts though. One is with a company where I would be working in northern New Jersey and having to go back and forth to a couple different offices, one in New Jersey and one in New York. And then the other one requires me to fly on a weekly basis to Chicago. Are you picking up which one you see me getting?
Which one would you like more?
I would like the one where I don't have to fly weekly, but that pays a lot of money, but that's not what I want enough money to get my house, get situated and everything, but I don't think I would be happy traveling back and forth on a weekly basis. I'm looking for some stability where I'd like the job where I'm going up north in northern Jersey.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think they like that idea too, because as you were sitting there talking, I was writing down, because sometimes I take notes while we're talking, and they drew a heart around the New York, New Jersey thing. So they understand that you don't want to fly all the time, so they're going to make that work for you. So go in there, shine it, act like you own the job when you walk in.
It's a temporary though. It's only for a year.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You'll find something else after that. This is like the stepping stone into what you want to do next, or where you want to go next.
Okay. And then the moving part, you see me actually moving up that way?
Yes. Because you're going to be close to one of these places. So you're either going to be close to the New York office or the New Jersey office, because I feel like that's for a year. And did you really want to buy a house right now?
I'm not ready yet, but I want to buy a home on the lake. And there's a lake up there there's a couple lakes up that way where I would be able to straddle both offices for a commute.
Okay, perfect. That would be great then. I feel like that's a good midpoint. Yeah. And I can see the lake. It's very calm right now.
Oh, good,
so
good.
You're bringing that into fruition for yourself. I feel like you're manifesting that because you've done a lot of the hard work. You're believing in what you truly want and desire right now. And I feel like your angels and guides and your higher self are definitely working with you to make that a reality for you.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yay! That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. Thank you, Laura. God bless you, honey.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Awesomeness. I love that all these things are, it's like changing jobs, changing locations. Where is your body calling out for you now, I know a lot of people get pulled down to Sarasota, and sometimes they don't even know why they got pulled here, because at first I probably didn't either, but I knew when I landed here and I felt the grass and it was just so sunny and warm, I'm like, I could live here. And then I made that happen, okay? I found a reason to get here. I went to massage school, so I spent a year going to massage school. You know, I've been back and forth, but for the last 17, 18 years, I've been in Sarasota, Florida. I like the energy here. I like how it makes me feel. You know, I'm a summer girl. When I lived up in New England, I would be depressed from October to April, or even May sometimes, because it would snow and it would rain and it would be cloudy and it would be gray, and I would just spend my whole winter being sad. Trust me, I still was able to get out and do things, but it wasn't my happy space, right? So I needed to be where there was sunshine. And then I came to Sarasota, and this made me feel good. And then I made my life here. So it's like, where is your energy calling you? It may be calling you down the street. It may be calling you to another state. It may be calling you to Europe. It may be calling you somewhere else. Where is it that your energy needs to go? Because we have lessons we still have to learn in other places that we go. Our learning has not ended yet. You know, so if you're ready to set roots, then it's definitely time for you to buy a house. And if you're ready to take off, that house can be an investment later on. So I feel like people are really starting to get in the groove of where their energy needs to be and what they should be doing, you know, because, you know, I've been renting for like the last 11 years, which is funny because this is the longest place I've ever lived, okay? And I had to restart my life because when we went into the recession, I was one of the first people to lose their house, lose their job, lose everything. So I really had to start over. And with that, I had to lose everything. Not all of you have to lose everything to start getting your abilities, okay? But I put it out, I have to tell you, because I manifested the place that I'm in right now, okay? Because I was looking at some places to rent that were no bigger than a big walk-in closet, and I had a 3-year-old son at the time, so I needed something with at least 2 bedrooms. And I was looking at all these things in the price range that I could afford and everything, and I was just devastated at what I was looking at, and I was just, like, so heartbroken. I was just lost for whatever. And then I was like, all right, and this is before I was spiritually aware still, okay? This is in the beginning of me learning that we could manifest things and stuff. And I put it out to God. I said, God, I need a safe place that I can afford to raise my son. That's all I asked for, is a safe place I could raise my son and that I could afford, okay? And the next morning, I look on Craigslist, and this house was right there in front of me. Bam. I made that phone call. I called the guy up. I went and saw the house at my lunch break that day, and I wrote him my check, and I moved it. And seriously, in my 48 years, this is the longest place I've ever lived, and I love that it's the number 11 because I didn't realize that back then that, you know, that's a master number. So what am I mastering on here? I'm trying to master me. I'm trying to figure out who I am, what I'm doing. So, again, pay attention to the patterns of where you are. What number is your house number? What does that mean to you? You know what I mean? Okay. It looks like I have another caller. Number, area code 917. It's Achille in New York.
Yeah, my name is Achille. How are you?
Hi, Achille. How can I help you today?
Just whatever's coming up, just like the previous caller, whether it's career, love, I'm open to it.
Okay, you want to know what's coming up. All right, let me tap in for a second. Take a nice deep breath and allow that energy to flow for a second. All right. So the first thing I got with that is expansion. I feel like you're keeping yourself small. So as soon as you took that breath, it kind of like broke down these walls that you have around you. So I feel like you're ready to expand outside of yourself, which means you're ready to move a little bit. I don't necessarily feel like you're moving from your location yet, but are you working right now?
Doing online business. I'm an online business, but I'm open for other things, you know.
Okay. Well, I'm getting that you need to find out what brings you joy so that you can change that, okay? It's like they're showing me that there's change coming, but you haven't quite made up your mind what that is yet. So it's actually when we connected and you took that deep breath, new thoughts started to come, or it feels like new energy is starting to integrate with you to help give you some new ideas of what it is that you like to do. Because I also feel, even though you're very comfortable in what you do and how you do it, there's another way. There's expansion. There's they keep showing me like opening a box. So there's more to come. There's definitely more that's going to start taking place for you. And you own this business, right?
Yeah, but I do agree with you that I feel like there's something else, but I don't know what it is yet that's coming.
Well, it hasn't presented itself yet, or you haven't thought about it yet. Just know that it's going to show up at the right time, and you're going to go, oh, yeah, that's what I need to be adding to my life, because they're showing me that you're going through like this a lot of people are going through this, like this metamorphosis right now. Since it's like butterfly season, I see all these people in these chrysalises. So you're kind of like doing the internal work, and you're doing everything so that you can be transformed into this beautiful butterfly that you want to be. So it's like we're all these, and it shows me like a mini tornado too. So you have lots of thoughts going on inside your mind, and they want you to like write them all down so that it kind of makes sense to you a little bit more, and like put little stars next to the ones that really mean a lot to you, so you can create something new, because it's something you haven't yet put your eyes on, is what they keep saying. You haven't put your eyes on it yet, so it's something you haven't seen yet.
Okay. Anything in the love department?
In the love department?
Yeah.
All right, let's tap into love for a minute. Have you just recently got out of a relationship?
No, I've been single for a while,
Is someone interested in you that you're not aware of then?
Maybe.
Okay, because I feel like there's someone close by you that's attracted to you, but you haven't noticed them yet, and they're really attracted. But I don't feel like that's your relationship, that's why I felt like you were in a relationship and maybe separated or something, because they were still interested and you weren't, or whatever. Or maybe you haven't even recognized who they are yet. But they show me that new love is coming. They do show me that new love is coming into your life, probably sometime this year, because they're showing me that you're starting to uncover more of what you want to do. But they also say you have to get out of your house once in a while to meet people.
Yeah, I do. I try to be outside, especially now in the summertime. I do a lot, because of the business. I try to enjoy the weather
Okay, good, because they want you to be outside more. Walk down the street, go to the local park, whatever. Just be out in public, because I feel like that's where you run into the new love. It's not any one particular place, but I feel like it's outside, and it's outside your house, and it's not inside a business, so it's not like at a bar or a restaurant or even the grocery store. I feel like it's outside.
Okay, so I'll just be outside more often.
Yeah.
And the person you said
spend a little time with some nature.
I'm aware of, the person you said I'm not aware of, are we eventually am I going to know where it is or not? The one nearby. You said somebody was nearby too.
Let's see. Let me ask. Are you going to be aware? Yes, but not yet. So yes. Okay. So it's like you need to pay more attention to how people are looking at you, because she looks at you a certain way, and you run into her somewhere. So I don't know where it is, because it's not inside a building, like I said. But it's like there's that connection that she's feeling, but you haven't felt it yet. So allow your heart center to open to find your true love.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for calling in, Ashil. I look forward to speaking to you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Yeah, so everybody, you all have love in your lives. You love yourselves, and you can start finding those true relations you're looking for. Sometimes we give them names, soulmates, twin flames. I just try to call it true love. I don't try to live under any labels anymore, even though we've probably all learned them. But what is the love, that compassion, those relationships that you're looking for, whether it's even just friend relationships, having that genuine love for each other, It's an amazing thing. So I feel like people are going to start changing up their friends. And like I said, you guys are going to be changing up where you live. You're going to be changing your jobs if you so desire. But if you're already on the right path and you're already in your passion job, you're already in your passion house, then you just keep rocking and rolling and do what you got to do, because it's your choices that make your life. It's just like, I'll go back to that tarot card again, that blank tarot card. What do you want to create for yourself? What are you creating for you? How are you going to create that for you? And And all you have to do is really start believing it. And I get that only you have to start making baby steps. You don't have to make leaps and bounds towards it, but make that effort to go in that general direction to really start to change your life so you can really be happy. Because that's my end goal, is for everyone to be happy. I want to share my energy. I want to share whatever wisdom I have. I want to share everything I got so to empower the people to be what they need to be, their true, authentic selves. This is what I look forward to the most. I think that's probably the reason why they wanted me to get out into the public a whole lot more than I was, so that I could start to really share this energy, to share this vibration with all of you, to really help shift your lives, to change your lives, to make things better, you know, for yourselves and for everyone else. There's so much that we have to correct here, you know, right down to, you know, how we recycle, make plastic, how we use CBD or hemp or whatever. There's so many different things that have been out of our control, under control, that need to come back into control. And we, the people that I'm empowering, that all of you, we are taking everything back that we deserve. We are not going to listen to the crap anymore. We're going to start sending out more of that love vibration. We're going to start really caring about our people. We're going to stop hurting each other, and we're just going to start loving a whole lot more. Yes, there's a lot of learning that still needs to take place as we go through this, and each one of us is learning at a different level, so don't judge the person next to you because you are not walking in their shoes. This is why I judge none of you, because if I did, you all would be judging me, and that's just not what we do here on earth. It's not our job to judge. That is also something that we are taught here. So please, if you find yourself judging other people, please stop and just turn your eyes back on you and see what you can do about changing your life. Because, again, you're not walking in their shoes. You do not know what they are going through or what they have set themselves up to go through in this lifetime. So I just send out passionate love. I send out so much joy, so much understanding, and just a lot of peace. And this is, I tell you, the energy is still kicking. So I hope you guys are feeling it out there. It's just freaking amazing, you know, so just keep rocking and rolling, changing your lives, standing in your power, letting go of any programming that you guys might still have, whether it came from mom and dad, it came from church, it came from wherever. It doesn't matter where it came from. It came from wherever. It doesn't matter. Just stand in your stuff and own it. What have you done? And if you've done something bad, own it to yourself. You don't have to tell the world, but at least acknowledge it within you. So you can really start to make some differences, because some of these things really hold us back, and they hold us like, you know, sometimes it's, you know, they hold us by our emotions because of how we might feel by that or whatever. But now it's really time for us to really make these shifts and these changes so that we can really be our authentic, happy selves. And that's what I look forward to, you know, and I look forward to sharing more of these Wednesdays with you guys because it's so much fun and the energy is kicking and the energy is just flowing out and just, you know, we are all one. I'm a part of you. You're a part of me. I'm a part of that tree. You're a part of that tree. We're a part of this building. Just remember that we're all so connected. I think that's one of the things that separates us so much, is that we forget that we're connected. We forget. But now it's about remembering. It's remembering who we are and bringing on that joy and just having so much fun in this life. Even when it's bad, kind of laugh through it sometimes, you know, because you have to. You just have to laugh through it sometimes, you know. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, let's see. We're about ready to wrap up my show for the day. So I'm going to tell you one more time how to get a hold of me. And then I'm going to close out the rest of the show with whatever they need to say. And it's been such a joy. I can't even tell you how joyful this makes me feel. And that's probably why my show is called Joyful Findings. I love people finding their joy. But again, you can find my website at IamMelissaParks.com. You can reach me by phone at 941-266-9250. And, of course, on Facebook, you can find me at Melissa Parks Psychic. I got a business page there, so feel free to look me up there. And I want you all to have a spectacular week. It's such an amazing day today and every day, and the choices that you keep making to make yourself feel happier and better and standing in your truth and standing in your power and not letting people dictate to you what you should be doing and owning what you've done, forgiving yourself, forgiving others is such a powerful thing to help you release all these emotions that might be locked up in your body somewhere. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to feel that love. Allow yourself to stand in that loving vibration of you, of me, of all of us, because we are all connected. We will all stay connected, and we are all here to learn and love each other. So I'm going to close out my little chat with you guys this week, and you guys have a spectacular week, and I love you to the moon and back. Well, I love you all the way out into the multiverses from where we come from. Love, love, love. See you next week.